this is Chao. Welcome to Science Battle. Hopefully the last one or two or so videos of this playthrough. I'm going to be showing off the extras. I'm going to be showing off in different save file. I'm going to be using parallel 1 here. Those are the save file I've been using from the start. This is my general save file where I just mess about and things. Like I said, 2v battle is... I'm not going to show it off, but I'm going to explain it probably at the end of the video. But we have some options here within story mode. You should see I've got my last story mode emblem there. Well, it's in the other file, but you know, it is there. No stage select. You can only access this once you've beaten at least one action stage. And yeah, you can play any level as you feel like. Again, even the ones that you don't like, you keep getting an E rank from. You keep dying all the time. Now you notice that there's 5 different missions for each level. They're pretty much all the same, with the exception of the 2 Kart levels, Route 101 and Route 280. But I'm going to explain those in a short while, because I'm going to explain the main levels when I find when I've done all 5 of them. I'm going to use Knuckles Volcano for example. The first mission here is the story mission, which is usually get to the goal ring, find a certain thing, find all 3 chaos animals, etc, etc. The second mission is to find 100 rings. Or find and collect 100 rings, which means you have to keep them, which can be a pain in the rear end in later stages. To get A ranks on that, you've got to beat most of these challenges relatively quickly, especially 100 rings and the third mission, which I'm going to talk about shortly. But that's the way of getting A ranks for these, just do it really quickly. The third mission is the reason why you want to collect the Mystic Melody item, because the third mission is basically finding the hidden Chao. There's probably an FAQ about it somewhere on game packs, on where to find them and what times you need for the A rank. It's usually between about, depending on where the Chao is in the level, it's between 30 seconds and 3 minutes. So I get the A rank there. The fourth mission is essentially the first mission on a time limit. In the case of the, I think it's 3 levels where you're on a time limit, you're already on a time limit for the first mission. It's usually a stricter time limit, though. The only one that may make you panic will be Rouge's what is it called? Security call, which is 5 minutes, and I believe the 4th mission is 3 minutes or something silly like that. And the 5th mission is basically a hard mode version of the first mission. If you want to plan on doing the 5th missions, I would recommend just getting everybody's power-ups, especially with Knuckles and Rouge. You're going to want the sunglasses and the treasure scope, because the only way to get certain chaos emerald pieces, or master emerald pieces, whatever, you need the sunglasses or the treasure scope to actually even access where they are, which can be a pain in the rear end. I mean, I've done it with Wild Canyon, and I've done it with Dry Lagoon, and I've probably done it with another one. With Biodest, I did it with Headquarters. I don't remember doing that. Anyway, I would recommend getting over these power-ups before you do that. I've already showed you how to get over these power-ups, either during the main storyline or through the extra video once I've beaten the storyline. Now for the car missions, I'm basing this off rough memory here. The first and second missions are the same as everybody else's missions. It's a story mode mission and find 100 rings. The third and the fourth missions, basically you've got to race around really carefully, because one of the missions is don't hit the walls, and one of the missions is don't hit cars. And I've never actually been able to get past the fourth mission, so I can't remember what the last mission is. It's either hard mode, just like everything else, or it's don't hit cars or walls, which is more or less hard mode anyway. You notice the hexagon shaped thing there on the bottom of the map there, it's near Richard Route 20 level. There's actually a secret level there, and to get that you need all 180 emblems in the game. I just can't be bothered doing that. I'm not going to be bothered doing that. There's probably a few videos on YouTube somewhere. I'll probably have one linked in the video description anyway. So no, I'm not going to be showcasing that, but I will probably post a link to showcase something of the sort. I'm going to show Chao now because, well, it needs showing off. It's basically the Chao guns of Sonic Pinch 1, but vastly improved. To access Chao World, you've got to find a blue Chao box, break it, grab the key that's inside it, and then finish the level that you're on to actually access it the first time. Once you access it with that character, you can go back in any time with that character through the level select area. I'm going to go in as Rouge here. So when the game loads up, I also actually have something fun here because you remember in the second one playthrough I was talking about the Chao here. I think he's in here. There he is. When I talked about this guy, My Little Tails Chao, you can only, I believe you can only get this through an event in Phantasy Star Online, episodes 1 and 2. I forget what the event is. I believe there may be something on YouTube to discover it. So hey, get yourself a free Tails Chao, and he's adorable. And he's awesome because all of his stats are like A rank. And anyway, what I'm talking about, this is the normal Chao garden. This is basically the Chao garden you have at the start. So here Tails have a coconut. There was actually improved between Adventure 1 and Adventure 2's Chao AI, in that sometimes the Chao will throw away pineapples and things, so do not want to actually eat them. A lot of my Chao here do not crawl around, well they crawl around simply because they don't have enough run. And I've not really actually been training them. They'll also flail about in the water if they don't know how to swim. I believe in this Chao guide only Tails knows how to swim, so the other thing you can do, I hope I can do it without hurting Chao. With Knuckles and Rouge you can actually dig into the ground, and if you're in this Chao guide, I believe you find pumpkins, and sometimes you may get them to a Chao to wear it on the head, or they'll just throw it away. I don't know what makes it trigger the actual making it put it on the head, but yeah, make Chao wear things on the head. If you want to take it off, you've got to force it off them by kicking them or throwing them or something, but I don't want to do that. I've also got the other two Chao gardens which you actually have to unlock. We're going to go to the Hero Garden first, because the Hero Garden actually has my favourite Chao in here, other than my Tails Chao. And believe it or not, this sort of video is actually like a take two, simply because I tried to make two Chao breed, and then I couldn't find the one Chao that I wanted to breed, and then I couldn't find the Chao that I wanted to breed with, and then they wouldn't breed, and I was like, argh! Also, I kicked Rubens, and I didn't really want to do that. By the way, if you want to unlock the hero garden, which is where I'm at now, which is what I should be talking about, you have to raise a hero Chao, and basically Rubens here is an example of a hero Chao. He's a white and blue thing, and he has a halo for a Chao thing. I'm going to feed you because I still remember kicking you. You can have that. There's also a seed here. Chao knows how to use a shoulder to actually plant it. But to actually make it grow, you need a Chao to know how to use a watering can. You can actually buy the various seeds from the black market, which I'll be showing later. Oh, there's a bunch of Chao here. I wonder if he still hates me from kicking him. I'll find out. No, you're not going to take me out. I do wonder where my other Chao is now. I don't want to go hunting for it. I think it's you since you can swim. Yeah, it's you. This is probably my best Chao that I've raised, that isn't the Tails Chao. Called Sara, I believe I call it Sara because of the Sara from the Digimon TV series rather than Sara from Kingdom Hearts. It's playing Maraca, it's adorable. That's adorable. No, it's a rattle. Usually if Chao start playing instruments, you can actually teach them how to play instruments, but if Chao knows how to play different instruments and they're nearby each other, they start all playing their instruments all at once and they try and make a cool band that it's cool. So we're just going to leave that though and go to the Dark Chao garden. I believe I have this Dark Chao specimen to look at. I don't have a Chao here, but it's not worked out very well since it's mainly green. Here's what a Dark Chao looks like. I know actually the picture went the wrong way. I want to be fucking behind. No, I don't want to change the scope. I'm gonna pick you up. And here's a Dark Chao. He's black and he's red. Not black, white in the middle of the part. But he has a spiky ball Chao thing on his forehead. You want to raise a Dark Chao, raise them with Eggman, Rouge and Shadow. I wonder why I can do this. Oh, fell down on you, silly green Chao here. Come over here. Now I know you like Rouge. If a Chao really likes a certain character, then if you whistle to them, they will come towards you. You can actually tell whether they like you when they pick them up. If they start dancing around your arms like Shigo here is doing, then they really like that character. And if you whistle to them, they will come towards you. And so sometimes if they really like you, they will stalk you, and it's pretty funny. But I'm going to take you for a little walk. If a Chao does not like it, it's struggling to break free from your grasp. If they really don't like you, there's a funny story behind this. They will try to run away from you. So here we're at Chao Kindergarten. There's the exit. Here's the black market. I believe this is exclusive to the GameCube version. Basically, you can trade rings for eggs of various colours, heart fruit, which is what you need to breed Chao with, and I'm not going to try it this time because that took far too long and it didn't work out. Various other fruits, seeds, and things that Chao can put on heads. I believe the number of randoms determines what items get sold. because sometimes the guy says that. The bulletin board here, with the original Sonic Adventure 2, the Dreamcast version, this will go to a website where you could learn about Chao and Sonic Adventure 2 in general, since the Dreamcast would surf the internet. But since the GameCube can't, it just gives you a link to the sort of place where you can go. This is the classroom now. What the classroom does is you can leave Chao here. And well, they'll learn things such as like Shield there is learning how to play the maracas. This edge here, which is a dark, pure white Chao, is actually very good at apparently playing instruments. But he can know how to play the trumpet. The principal room here actually just gives you advice on how Chao work and how you can get them to do things. The health center here is actually quite silly because sometimes he goes, oh no, your Chao is very healthy. Or hey, this is not good. Your Chao is very healthy, take good care of your Chao. Of course he's healthy. What's the problem with being healthy? Does it have lupus? Also it gives you the its stats, and apparently this Chao would be a really good flyer and runner. And yeah, I've never actually got any skills in flying, so that'd be something to consider. It also shows you what its favourite food is and how many times it's transformed and how old it is and things like that. Kind of like Pokemon, kind of like recent versions of Pokemon where they have like abilities and things like that. The fortune telling house here will allow you to change your child's nickname. I don't want to do that. I kind of like calling this one Edge. So I can only really hold one Chao at a time when you take me into the kindergarten and back again. When you get stuff in the black market, you can hold, I think it's about 3 at once, and then you spit them out when you go to the Chao garden. I believe that's... Well, as far as I'm concerned, I've showed everything off in the Chao garden. If you're playing in story mode, if you leave a Chao garden, then that's it. You go and get booted to the next area you need to go to. But if you're playing through level select area, you just jump to this teleporter and let the Chao dead save. It's important that because if I remember rightly, all the Chao deaths was actually on a separate save file. So I've explained all the level select stuff, so what else is there? Kart race. Well, basically you select a character and let hilarity ensue. I believe there's an emblem for each of the tracks here, so I actually played this in the first attempt and didn't really want. Well, I won, but you know me in driving minigames. I am not good at driving minigames full stop. Oh yeah, it's basically just like the cat holes in the story mode, where you're just running around on the track for 3 laps. I believe every 20 rings you get the ability to press the boost button with Y. I don't get any rings, which is terrible. And that's gone out, hooray. Like I said, karting minigames not my forte, but yeah, I kinda like playing Mario Kart. And see, I'm sucking because I played as Eggman for this when I did the previous type, and I was winning all the time. Like, I was fighting for first with Sonic. But looking at Shadow here is a complete wreck. Dark Chao rings down a boost, and I'm pretty much caught up to already. I personally don't like the Kart Minigame unless I'm playing 2 players. Simply because racing with 2 players is a lot more fun than racing on your own. Don't tell me everybody else is like 500 miles away. I believe on the 3rd lap all the rings, by the time you reach the 3rd lap all the rings regenerate. You can go grab all the rings again. I'm not had boost here since I've had boost here. I'm just will fly off the stage. And that'll be bad. No boost here though. Whee! Oh, I believe the game ends once whoever goes in first place actually wins. I did not know that just then. Anyway, that's how that works. There's an emblem in it for if you win, I believe. Boss here is basically a boss rush with a time attack mixed in. Get one for the hero side, get one for the dark side, you get one for all. Which is basically good. I believe it's the hero stuff first, then the dark stuff, and then you get a face Bowser and final Hazard as the last story. Not doing those, but I believe there's an emblem in it for all of those. As for extra tutorial, just tells you how to play the game. Emblem results show you what emblems you've got, which ones you need, all that stuff. Interestingly, I thought for Cannon's Core you had to do it was all A rank for Sonic, but it's actually its own all A rank thingy. So go figure. Sound test is basically you listen to the music of whatever. So I can listen to Shadow's theme song here, but I don't want to. So, options menu. Well, you just change settings, but the one thing I want to change is the theme. In the original, the Dreamcast version, I believe you had to download all of these from the internet. But in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, you actually get all these by default. And I believe with the Dreamcast version, I believe they had a Christmas theme and a Halloween theme as well, or a Christmas theme, a New Year theme, and a Halloween theme. I don't know if they're in this or whether you could unlock them or whatever, but yeah, just something I should point out. I believe the Christmas, New Year, Halloween things, they only affected the 2-player battles, which now I should explain about 2-player battle. Because it's here, well, it's sort of highlighted, but I don't have a spare control at the moment. I've already said why I'm not going to do it. I basically just don't have another player to play it with. Basically, it's just you and another player going at it with a myriad of different characters. Between racing with Sonic and Shadow and Amy and Metal Sonic. Shooting each other with Tails, Eggman, and a neutral Chao and a dark Chao, and hunting with Knuckles, Tikal, Chaos Zero, and Rouge. An interesting point is in the Dreamcast version, Big was accessible for the shooting minigame. I believe you get the all A ranks for each character. You actually got alternate costumes as well. I remember that since I've got a save file for Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast. So that was the nice thing about the Dreamcast going on the internet. You can actually download save files for games, like make sure the 100% have 100% complete, so you can. I played Green Hill because of that, but it also gave you like alternate costumes and things like that. And I remember Sonic and Shadow being loosely based on Phantasy Star Online, which was around the time that this game originally came out at. And well, that's pretty much it really for Sonic Adventure 2. I enjoyed it for the most part. I hope you lot have enjoyed it, and I will see you for whatever Let's Play I feel like doing next. For now, this is Chao, and I'll see y'all later. Ciao!